Hey, welcome back. We are going to do single leg work. This is Chris, and today we are going to go over 3 leg exercises that you should add to your leg routine. These exercises are going to basically prevent major imbalances that can ultimately lead to injuries, which isn't fun. So let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, although these shoes are a decently wide box toe, I'm a firm believer on not wearing your shoes on leg day, which doesn't give you a nice connection to the ground, and also it could also lead to improper form. So the first one is called Bulgarian split squat. Take a step forward, 1 foot back, lay your foot flat onto this bench, and make sure your hips are going straight. They're not tilting inwards or outwards. Make sure they're going as straight as possible. Have a nice, strong foot onto the ground. You're just going to dip this back knee straight down. If you're going two-toe dominant, where the heel's coming off, you're extending this back leg a bit too far. So make sure you're dipping this back leg straight down. You can hold your hips if you're having issues with this to make sure your hips are going straight. But one thing I want you to keep an eye on is keeping that foot flat throughout the entire motion. Another thing is keeping this knee kind of going outwards and not going too far in. Because if it's going in, you're not using your butt, and you need to use your butt. And of course you can add weight to those Bulgarians. You just start light, make sure you're doing it properly, make sure both legs are feeling even, then you can add weight. And that's the Bulgarian. Now, we've all heard of glute bridges, but a lot of people who are doing them are not doing single leg glute bridges. It's just what the name entails. You're doing glute bridges, but with one leg. So get in your glute bridge position, nice flat hips. Go ahead and glute bridge up. And this is how I like to start. I like to start with a standard glute bridge, then I lift up one leg. And I keep my leg right here, and I do my glute bridge. Now, once again, make sure the hips are not tilting too far one way or the other, and do a set to 8 to 10. Make sure the hips are flat throughout the entire motion. Make sure the knee is going out that you're working, and you're good to go. If this is difficult for you, where you just can't do a rep, then start super easy. Start up high, lift up one leg, and slow down. Glute bridge back up, lift the leg, and go slow down. Keep your hips leveled on both sides. Do that instead until you can gain the strength to do full repetitions. It's fantastic for your booty and keeping those hips even. And that's the single leg glute bridge. Now the last one, and you probably do it, but I'm gonna show you again anyways, is the split squat. So a split squat, basically you're going to take 1 step forward, keep the hips straight. You kind of get the theme here, hips straight, and you're gonna dip this back knee straight down. If your foot is opened up, then guess what? And guess what? Then guess what? Your hips will be opened up as well. So if your foot is going this way, then most likely your hips are going out as well. So make sure that back foot is going straight. And if you're losing balance throughout this motion, keep in mind to keep that knee straight down, keep that foot flat, and engage your core. And engaging your core is going to be consistent throughout all 3 moves, and just about every workout you do, you need your core engaged to prevent injury. Straight down and up. Hips straight. Make sure you're not being too toe dominant and your heel isn't coming up, okay? We need a flat foot. And the knee kind of going out over that 3rd and 4th toe. And of course, like the other moves, you can load it with weight as you get better. And you can gain some massive legs by just doing these 3 exercises. But of course, I think you should add these 2 exercises. So imbalances are a huge deterrent because they can just cause pain and it won't feel comfortable when you work out. So if you ever worked out and the next day your back just feels kind of funny, or your hip, or whatever the case is, most likely you have some sort of imbalance. So at least doing these movements is a fantastic way to go. The moment you stop working on them, you may end up hurting yourself, which isn't fun. And if you have imbalances, just help them down the line. This isn't going to be a one-day fix. It's going to be a long-term fix. You have to keep working at it. You have to come into the gym on your leg days, on your upper body days, even if you have imbalances, and do some of these workouts to keep your legs and hips balanced. And of course, there's more isolated in-depth movements that you could do to help with your imbalance. This is just as basic as it can get. do single leg work. It will help. All right, guys, bye. And don't forget to use your abs. So if you don't use your abs, you're not using your abs. You're using your back. And your core is a trunk, and you want to be as strong as a tree. Maybe not as a tree because they're pretty strong. But that's it, guys. This is Chris with Dex Fitness. Always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you in the next video.